So after some technical difficulties, got this all working. Let's just see what it saved and did not save. So essentially, I played about 10 minutes of the game, and then I realized that the capture software wasn't capturing anything but the main menu for some reason. But it appears to be sorted out now, so welcome YouTube. Enjoy, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Twitch, I am so sorry I did not notice that if you're watching this as an archive. I didn't really do much. I just killed some things, survived an arena attack. You'll see it all.
Now
anyway.
here's what really happened in the Hanging Gardens.
I believe that's what it says when you quit out of a level and
The
restart.
Calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this.
So that was truly strange. I'm happy I looked at the preview and noticed that.
These folks never saw the Calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close.
Hell yeah, creepy guy. Is it Zia? No, Zia's the female
Someone who ain't
character.
like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife.
So it's technically a blind playthrough. I've never played the game before, but I did watch like part of a playthrough a couple of years, when it came out.
It was someone like him.
So, guy just staring blankly into space, which that's
Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh.
how I feel right now, if I'm being perfectly honest. But
It's a snag or two trying to get to him.
okay, so the game was kind of broken because they didn't attack me last time.
He ain't about to stop, no matter what.
I guess there was a glitch going on.
He's got so many questions after all.
And I just kind of stand in the middle. Okay, I'm going to stop that. My timing is way off.
Just ain't got time for answers.
2 health tonics. I'm fine. I'm fine. This is where I got to before restarting, so you
The
didn't
Thunder
really miss anything.
Brothers didn't make it.
That was unpleasant.
They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nor did the bird boy. Didn't make it.
Oh, health
The
pickup.
Jawsons. They didn't make it.
They really didn't make it after the boy cut them down with a machete.
Grady Sr., Grady Jr. They didn't make it. But him, he survived.
Oh, he's just still staring blankly. Ooh, I want this.
Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
Euro sigil, a memento, an insignia borne by people of Euro heritage. The Tazzle spade was a rare sight in Ceylondia before the Calamity, as very few Euro lived in the city. Now there are fewer still. Oh, why? I will take your fragments, thank you very much. Yeah, this way. Just got to break everything for the fragments. So there's that.
Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we?
I'm just gonna do that. The game. Oh.
The core survives as well.
Okay, so you can't attack while that tonic's active. So that's good to know. Oh.
And then, what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue. but he says this.
What does he say?
We have to go. Please.
He says that. The survivor agreed to return to the Bastion.
He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zulf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelandia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other. For the first time.
That's a bitchin' Tash. Talk to Zulf about life in Caelandia before the Calamity. What was it like living in the city? Didn't you get homesick?
For Zulf, Caelandia was like a second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east.
Show Zulf the crystal barrette from the rippling walls. You didn't happen to see a girl who wore this in her hair, did you?
We all lost loved ones in the Calamity, he says. I don't know how I'm gonna go on without mine.
Offer Zulf the spyglass found on the sundown path. Maybe this can help you take your mind off things you could help us find new skyway paths.
Zulf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the Calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says.
Ask Zulf about the Era sigil found in the Hanging Gardens. Have you been in Caelandia long? Did you travel all the way from the east?
He was born in the Tazzle terminals. The Uras sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since.
Were there many Ura living in the city before the Calamity? Can they be trusted here?
We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now.
His name is Rux, in case anyone was wondering. Smooth voice narrator man.
They remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be alright. Well, look what we have here.
Plans for a structure that chronicles past and future efforts, just need a place to build it. A necessary testament to the Calamity by paying tribute to the past, one they prepare better for the future. Plans for a facility that holds and restores a variety of valuables. The Calamity tore the old world to pieces, yet even the smallest fragments can be restored.
The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again.
Upgrade materials. And these are, you know, the healing abilities. Level liquors, or whatever you want to call them. Stabsynth. Stab. Where was it? It was...
All it takes is some fragments. The Bastion makes it good as new.
I think it's how you get the third level of the upgrade for the items. I'm not sure about the bow yet, but for now I'm happy to keep using the. So I can double the crit chance to 40%, or again go with the damage over time. But I'd probably go with crit chance upgrade, potential. That's the one. I might grab the health times restore all health upgrade as well.
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
What have we got? Pith Orchard should be nestled by the shrine to the god of commotion and order, or Cinderbrick Fort, too bad it lies deep in the toughest fort in the city. Let's go this one.
There's Pith Orchard, built in honor of the bull, and folks like Zulf who pray to him.
Let's go to this one. That seems fairish. And doesn't involve attacking a fort, so does that also.
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull.
I walked off the edge. In case anyone was wondering what happened just then. For some reason, I always assume...
Pith Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one.
I always assume there's an invisible wall that stops you walking off the edge, and I don't know why, because as you can see, there clearly isn't. Sorry, I didn't want to walk off the edge again.
Well, the gods are long gone now, and the orchard core is long gone too. Seems Pith ain't much of a watchdog.
Doesn't do anything. Sorry, it doesn't do anything yet. See what's up here. Ooh, fragments.
Pith stood for something once. Something real.
Rooks is taking this a bit
In
personally.
time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration. He couldn't even save his loyal subjects.
Taking it real personal. I don't want to take any of that fruit. I just wanted to grab this. Coil of refined alloy favored by machinists. Used to make fire mechanisms. Oh, that's a gun. I'm assuming that's a gun.
Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least. Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide.
Just gonna wait until he runs out of steam again. Get it? Because he's blowing. I'll see myself out.
Kid breaks him to bits.
That's the crit chance.
Must have
paying
been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods, or tell them off?
Foes grow quicker to move into strike. The wakeful bull, patient yet temperamental, adorns the city's walls with his likeness. So you get bonus to experience and fragments, but I'm happy.
Kid don't need favors from the likes of Pith.
So
Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore.
the evasion doesn't negate damage, you just take less damage, I believe. We're good? I think we're good. Suppose I could have done that from a range, really. Let's just do this.
Popping windbags is hard enough. No need to get the gods involved.
Okay, get wrecked, I guess. You missed. You missed again. Admittedly, I was facing the wrong way for that one. That one's on me. There we go. If you could not. That'll be grand. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the extra health and the health tonics. Sorry, the extra health tonics and health tonics restore all health. I've got the extra health already. Just patience. Be patient. There's no rush.
Things might have gone worse if Kid tampered with that shrine.
Things would have gone worse if I tampered with the shrine.
The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god.
A memento, a machine-stitched likeness of the god of commotion and order. As the people of Ceylondia grew more self-reliant, they grew less faithful of their gods and turned them into commodities. That was all that was that way, huh? Oh, okay. To remove any chance of me. Oh yeah, piercing. Whoops. Guess I forgot about that.
Kid ain't found a core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine.
Whee! Oh, I guess I'll go and assault the fort then, huh?
Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind.
I'm sure you have, Rooks. Would you like to hang on to this? The Ura people worship the same gods as us, after all.
Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy.
The gods didn't bother to stop the Calamity, did they?
The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
Cheerful. Do I have enough for the upgrade? No. Is the answer to that question. In case anyone was wondering. Whee!
That's the Bullhead Court. Folks defended themselves there with shields, not words.
Let's give it a go. Let's see what this is about.
The accused always got a fair shake in Calamity.
Fragments, huh?
Some used
Nice.
to take the Bullhead trial. Survive the trial without taking a scratch, you'd walk away a free man.
This isn't going to go well. I'm going to have to focus, so I'll be pretty quiet. Oh, I see what I've got to do. What? There we go.
A Bullhead trial taught folks three things. First, a good defense is a good offense. Second, gotta always watch your back. Third,
Took a moment to figure out what I was doing.
Up there gonna save you.
Not timing it correctly. Nope. There we go. Not close enough, huh? Okay. There we go. Oh my god, okay. Sure, why not? Please be done. Please be done soon. Please? Please? Oh, there's one squirt. Come on. Get rid of that one, and then...
The smarter ones knew when to just step aside and let things go.
Can I get him off of the edge, maybe? Come on. Over here, then.
The trial pushed many a man.
I saw that coming as I got stuck on the thing. I mean, I don't think I can counter it. Oh, I guess I can? Nope, too early. Please, you're tiny. How do you...
The kid makes it out in one piece.
I'll take it. I'm not doing that again. So playtime is about 6 hours plus.
Well, the kid always wanted to compete in the bullhead trial.
A little more if you do the proving grounds over and over to get the
Points just don't get any sharper than that.
the end result that you are looking for. So if you perfect them. But probably not going to do that.
That's Cinder Brick Fort, where the marshals used to watch over the city.
Fly to Cinderbrick Fort, shall we? No. Get that back up. There we go.
There's only one way to Cinder Brick Fort. The hard way.
Nice. Classic lines of dialogue.
Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags.
Nice. Could I level up soon, please? Anything over here? See, it's weird. This is an invisible wall. I can't drop down there, but I can walk off the edge easily enough, so make of that what you will.
The Calamity was mercy for normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky.
Oh, okay, so I thought they were on a different plane.
They've been left to freeze or starve or face the
But
kid.
I guess they're not. Okay. I'm sorry. There we go. That's a bit short-ranged. I disagree. Okay. If I stand here, they'll kill each other. There we go. Gotta stop thinking that the dodge roll, for some reason, it makes you evade the damage. When it doesn't, you just move faster. And that's one way, actually, where the game does show its age, because obviously in a lot of games now, the dodge roll makes you miss damage. This is just a fast
windbags, young
movement.
and old, keep fighting for the fort.
Oh. Let's do that. I just... So that'll...
Windbags ain't much different from normal folks.
Ah,
All they want's a
okay.
warm place to stay and a decent meal.
Musket. Oh, that replaced the machete. Why is that an option? Why can you do that? Why doesn't it just say, do you want to swap X or B? Well, this is me now. Turn around, you fool. You... That's annoying. Yep, I'm gonna go grab this. I think I might use the machete in this musket, depending on what the upgrades for the musket are.
The Calamity drove the windbags topside. A lot of them wound up here in this very fort.
Nice. +2 max health. And I can... poison buildings, apparently. Using the bow there, because I can't get through the rock fast enough up the rubble otherwise.
Could have been minding the business underground like in the old days.
Just get rid of that. Oh, apparently that's a hole. My bad. Did not see that as a hole. Thought it was just part of the ground.
Windbags can't use the martial supplies, but the kid sure can.
What did the... Knockback effect compensates for limited range. Mass-produced version of the first sail engine firearm said to be a true terror. Belches searing clouds of jagged metal. Because I can still throw that if needs be. That's a hole. Grab that.
As for the windbags, Cinder Brick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though.
Can I please? Thank you. I'm regretting.
So many of those sorry things holed up inside that old fort.
Regretting not having the bow in places, admittedly, but there we go. It's real good for clearing out the terrain. Aha! Oh, it resets the... Yeah. Right, I've got to stop playing this like Hades. Or other hack and slash games. Be sensible, don't just stand there and wail on them. Oh. There we go. Yes, the damage over time would be useful on the machete, but I like the 40% crit chance. It's easier to do that. Get rid of that. There'll be another one. Right. I'm not going to move. Thank you. Just too close. Get rid of you. Hello. Thank you. Okay, I've got to remember that I can't do anything while I've got the secret skill active, I'm just invulnerable for the duration.
Security's plain gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works.
Trying for the power shots because, you know, they deal the most damage. I can stand out of the way of the turret because it's a short-range flamethrower. And again. Because I don't want to be standing next to them.
Kid ain't afraid of getting burned.
Kind of, this is not, there we go. And that doesn't really have the range to take care of them as effectively. Ah, health.
They trapped the kid in the middle of the fort's parade grounds.
What? Thank you. Okay, so you have got to face the direction it's coming
then
from.
They bring out Glutus and Glandon and all their scumbag uncles.
I didn't want to grab that.
They got something to gain, and only their sorry hides to lose.
Oh god, why? Let's just get rid of that, thank you very much. I assume there's another one somewhere. Or is it? No? Just keep rolling.
Kid takes down Glutus. Or maybe it was Glandon.
I think you take a tiny bit less damage and deal a bit of damage in return.
The fella soon joins his brother, wherever they are now.
Holy!
The windbags finally get the message.
That wasn't pleasant. Right, I will heal. Bounce that back. Grab all of these. Is anyone wanting ice cream? If that's been picked up on stream? I don't think it was. There's an ice cream van outside. Grab the marshal's badge.
Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge, but not like this.
Prestigious symbol of the city's law enforcement. The city's citizens respected and admired the marshals for their unwavering dedication to preserving peace and justice. Sure. Go back
and
to the
now
Bastion.
ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort. Kid shows up just as Zulf's telling me about his own journey to the city.
Ah, it's raining now.
Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was his smoking pipe. Poor kid collapses after just one drag.
Okay. Oh, okay, this is actually a thing.
The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history.
I honestly thought that would just be a little fun thing you could do. I didn't expect it to lead to a level. Oh, facing the wrong way. There we go. Facing the wrong way again.
The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started.
Okay, so it's like an arena thing. Okay. Oh, if I can stand here. Oh, I'm kind of standing in it, I guess. Hello! Oh, that's going to be annoying. I accidentally selected text in chat, and I can't, like...
Fair to say he's led a hard life.
You know, click and drag.
What he says in his sleep,
and I
no lie.
can't alt-tab out the game to fix it. Because it'll crash if I do. But I hope things going well with you, or, you know, not as terrible as ordinarily would be.
Old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his.
Let's just get rid of these. And throw the sword.
Having
why are there holes falling out of the platform?
Growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there.
What is that walk cycle? Why would they remove bits of the platform?
School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money.
That's a health tonic. Oh. It's the button I meant to press.
Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there.
Go back to full health.
The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too.
Things here or things with you? Because you put how are things here. Things are okay. I'm tired from earlier. And I was right. I did play D&D with your tutor. So that's cool. She is apparently as rigorous a mother-in-law as she is tutor. Ah! Bad touch. Bad touch. I missed after that. Wind up. How did I? How has your day been? While I'm frantically trying to kill this. I can't even remember what they're called.
The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home
There we go.
was nowhere to be found either.
Oh yes, these fellows who care not about the holes in the floor. And throw. I think I'm gonna be ending this.
So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another
Well.
5 years.
Nope. Facing the wrong way.
In the history of Caelandia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls.
Oh, well, I'm sure they're not that bad, right? You could always try and find a way out. I'm going to get where I can see the cannonball. And by which I mean, obviously,
Out
you know,
there,
look for a
kid
drop.
learn to fend for himself. Learn to build. Learn to break.
The thing is, I don't know if I have to restart at 0 if I die, or if I just go back to the reflection I was
In time,
on.
the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody.
That was a stupid idea. Why did I try that? Kill that. Kill all those. I don't know why I decided to run up to the flamethrower when I can just throw my knife at it. Or my machete.
One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart.
Hell yeah.
He saw nothing where the world used to be. The Calamity happened just like that. What
Dead.
was I saying? Anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back.
Grab that health tonic. 5 left. I can do this. Just need to pause it to check something. Oh, I got him. Cool. Please target the right. I mean, if it wants to fly off the edge, I'm not going to
Through
stop
twisted
it.
streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
Okay, I want to stop these from destroying the floor, if at all possible. Right. Is it gone? It is not gone.
Will have finally arrived at Caelandia's vaunted
Grab that.
safe haven.
Should be 4 left?
He and no one else.
3 left. Okay. Ah! Ow. Man, if I had a better secret skill, this would be way easier. And Get away from me, get away from me.
But then, all they got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name.
I needed to drop a health potion. A health tonic, sorry. That's not...
Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me. The past don't matter for nothing now.
Yeah. That wasn't what I wanted to do.
There's something you should know about the kid, but let me take it from the top.
To be fair, for first try, with the lack of upgrades I have and the fact I couldn't use a secret skill, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Did the marshals ever give you a hard time being an aura and all?
The marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
Where did you get this? In the city, they used to say this stuff was very strong.
Zolf brought his antique smoking pipe all the way from the terminals.
Now I can interact with... Okay, now it's an objective. The marshals brought the city back to working order after the war, didn't they?
Even since the Ura surrendered to us, the marshals kept a wary eye on him.
I see. Hang on, 1 sec. Before I go and buy anything. Can I upgrade the musket? I can upgrade the musket. What do I get? Shorter range, but more spread. Longer range, less spread. Ah. We'll go with...
You want to tune a scrap musket, you start with the barrel.
Go with that. And then grab... Is it that one?
Finders keepers.
Because that'll help with the thing in here. Crit chance. Absorbs 3 fragments. +1 chance to carry on if defeated.
If you're feeling low, count on the buttery flavor of our own Bastion bourbon.
And then I've got a hand grenade, trip mine, or friendly squirt.
Anything survives a musket shot ought to be quick work for that blade.
That is very true. What have I got? A blast sent straight into the air, causing a flurry of projectiles to rain down on the area. Not effective as a warning, but very effective otherwise. A lightning fast barrel strikes and cut through even the toughest armor. The origins of this technique are widely disputed, though its potency is not. I can't afford it anyway. So I'm going to go back in with my upgrades. We're going to use a hand grenade. And try again.
Kid takes another drag. Goes out like a light.
I guess this is a
got himself wrapped up in this mess to begin
area
with.
to grind for money. And it says get used to different loadouts. That's still a decent range, decent spread. Get rid of you, and I don't know why I'm... Why did I roll into that?
The past catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started.
Maybe I was too close then for the... Yeah, that is how we do.
Fair to say he's led a hard life. Supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie.
Oh, well, that's just upsetting. If I can defeat them while they're boxers, it's a lot easier.
He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his.
Yeah, there's no one here. Oh, I thought I was out of its range. Never mind. Throw.
Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up.
I don't think I'm supposed to be in this
But he
animation.
learned to hold his own out there.
Looks weird. There we go, that's what I wanted.
School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money.
Still got my grenades and the tonics.
Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from
Grab that.
whatever's out there.
And that.
The elements, the Ura, you name it.
Get rid of that. Oh yeah. I mean, if you want to walk off the edge, that's fine by me.
Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too.
Oh, well, that's upsetting. What now? Oh, that's a hole.
The city had nothing for him.
The kid's
The
tour of
money
duty
he
was
sent
over.
home was nowhere to be found either.
He went home. His mom was dying / dead. Just getting bullied a little bit there. No big deal.
So what'd the kid do?
Grab
Why he
that.
went right on back to the walls for another 5 years.
I'll be honest, I thought I was safe. Turns out, I was not. Ah! So this is like a training area / dream sequency bit where you get
In the
money.
history of Ceylondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls.
And every time you complete a section of it, you get a bit more backstory for the kid who's the main character. I have to get to buy another upgrade for the musket.
Out there, kid learned to fend for himself. Learn to build. Learn to break.
What I like about the game, apart from the fact that like it's gorgeous and Darren Korb's soundtrack is incredible, is that because of the way it's set up, you can set your own difficulty level.
In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals.
To suit your
They
playstyle.
trusted him to scout out farther than anybody.
It's just as a whole. Yeah, because I could, if you prefer doing crit chance and you're pretty good at the game, you can set it up so that you're, when you're full health, you get an extra
on one of his
10%
expeditions,
to crits.
the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart.
Or you can do what I've done, have 5 health tonics and have each one restore your health bar completely. That is what I'm terming easy mode. Because I need the crutch.
You saw nothing where the world used to be. The Calamity happened just like that.
And you can get loads of modifiers going to get extra experience and money. Please? Thank you.
All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back.
Which is where we started the game. Waking up on the yeah, give me that high crit chance. Really? No crit? Please die.
Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
Which is the opening level. I'm still not sold on the efficacy of the hand grenade. Oh, that's a hole. Okay, I'm out of... Oh no, I've got one left.
Willie finally arrived at
There we go.
Zealandia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else.
Which was the end of the prologue. 3 left. Oh, that's... Right. You know, the ability to walk off the edge is really annoying. I don't want it. They could take that one back. Oh, only down to 2. I can do this. Just kite them. I guess.
But then, all they got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name.
Yeah, Rooks, ask the kid his name. Oh, that's a... not one I want to be next to. Rid of that. Rid of that.
Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me.
I can tank it. I've got so much health right now. I can just stand in front of them and wail on them. Hell
I
yeah.
like to say I'll never forget him, or what he's doing, what he's done.
Hell yeah.
I surely would.
I think that's it. Reflection complete. There we go. I think you can keep replaying that if you want, but I'm done. I just wanted to do it the once. Yeah, there we go. And fragments by going to who knows where and overcoming waves of foes. So if I ever need money, I'll just grind it off stream in that area probably. Unless I've got loads of people to talk to. Right, let's get rid of the hand grenade, as it's not great. Go to the squirt lure, so I've got a squirt buddy. I need, yep.
It wasn't fixed.
Something course.
It was unbroken.
To upgrade extra damage.
The marshals learned to pack those shells full of fire.
And then hopefully I'll find another something course, and obviously these are two things I can't do yet. Oh! Forgot to use the core. My bad.
Zolf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through for all this.
It's not Zolf I'm interested in, it's Zia. Plans for a facility whose sacred hours may bring fortune or ruin. Whether the gods will help or hinder in the wake of the calamity is anyone's guess. So this is where you can activate modifiers to the game to make it easier or harder. I'll have a memorial though.
The memorial. Here a kid can pay respect to the old world and earn it in kind. The valediction.
Nice.
Just another one of my sketches. Nothing more.
Let's beat all the proving grounds. Find the collectibles. Find or purchase the secret skills. Walk. Kill everything. I guess shoot an explosive barrel. Interesting.
Words can't express what happened, but they're all I got.
They're all he got, chat. They're all he got. I don't have... Well, I've got the repeater, I suppose, but I don't care.
That's Zolwood Grove. A nice, quiet place to show a musket a good time.
Let's try this proving ground. But not too close, because otherwise they won't get damaged.
Zolwood gourd, like picking up broken glass barehanded. At Zolwood Grove, marshals learn to make every shot count. The trick was to pop all those nasty gourds without wasting ammo. Most marshals didn't get far on their first few tries.
Oh, what the? That's not what I was facing at all.
Had to catch a bunch of those gourds in a single shot.
Yeah, I don't have the right upgrade set for this.
Funny thing about muskets is they work best up close.
Yeah, I want the extra spread. Unfortunately, I don't have that. So I'll take the free upgrade material though. Hell yeah. 22 or
Kid takes
fewer.
a little personal time for just him and his favorite musket.
Back to the Bastion, because I think I can do that. If I just swap.
Marshals did more than just stand around shooting, of course.
Upgrades around. Can't afford that, of course. Greater knockback and spread. Let's see if I can get this one done.
The orchard grew over so quick, the marshals made it worth clearing out.
Really? Get off the edge. Woo! That one gone, and then the stand. Well, that's the memento at least.
Took a keen eye, not an itchy trigger finger.
Oh, this upgrade kit for something else, huh? Yeah, I can't do 15 shots off you yet. I need to probably need the last upgrade. So let's go back and get those sorted. Put those back where they were. Anyway, Langston River was last seen halfway down the riverbank in the shadow of Prosper Bluff.
That's the Langston River. Used to cut all the way to the wild. Think it was bad then. The Langston River flowed free and wild till the Calamity drank it all up.
Thud. Oh, flying enemies. Fun.
Maybe all that water just grew wings and flew off.
Please don't say things like that. Please don't say things like that. Rooks. Oh, yeah, they damage you, huh? Forgot that one.
Riverbank swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid.
Till he throws his machete at them.
Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat.
Let's just get rid of all the thorns from it.
Weepin' Nelly. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nelly knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast.
That'd be nice.
Or maybe
I didn't mean
not.
to grab that.
A security skiff pulls up portside. Nelly's just another windbag to those guns.
There we go.
Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They're pretty steamed about what happened at Cinderbrick.
Sure they are. So this is the
They try to cut her off.
ubiquitous lift section, isn't it? Yeah, the art style's great. That's what drew me to the game when it first came out.
They try to slow her down.
I've been listening to the soundtrack for years.
They try to knock her out. Well, Weepin' Nelly tries harder.
That bird wasn't doing anything, I just threw
Try
my
as she might,
machete
though,
at it.
she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors.
I don't need that right now. I might need it on the way back. I especially love the art style when I walk through holes in the floor. I equally didn't mean to pick that up, but there we go.
At least she picked a good spot for a break, because the core's right there.
Oh, that's handy. Oh, you. There we go. Oh, there's the core. I don't want to grab that just yet. Didn't want to grab that either, but there we go. Shotgun. Technically musket. It acts like a shotgun, so that's what I'm calling it. That's enough to purchase the last upgrade yet.
Then the kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings.
Could it be one of the birds I killed?
They've
Yeah.
been watching his every move.
They're birds.
Peckers. They had their own eyes on the core. But why? Well, kid ain't got time to think it over just yet.
Oh,
Finds
yes.
Weeping Nelly raring to go. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough.
I just stand here between the flamethrower turrets. How do I... Ah, turn it on. Idiot.
She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Traffic things think they're king of the roost now.
Yeah, but I've got a shotgun, so...
The rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these.
I'm sorry, please get off my barge. Why is my little squirt just hanging out way over there? Hopefully I get a... like a windbag
Security
lure.
skiffs keep on coming, starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something.
I was apparently facing the birds.
The windbag's getting even better idea. They aim to smash Weeping Nelly to splinters. Kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of Ceylondian privateer. Well,
I was on that when it
almost
fell.
Too much for poor Nelly.
No, Nelly! I guess I can't summon my little squirt buddy here.
She's just got to make one last stop.
Noom through the sky.
With her last breath, Nelly gets the kid to solid ground.
F's for Nelly.
Solid ground in Pecker country. Seems the Calamity ain't hurt the Peckers' appetites. They want that core real bad. Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. Kid shoos them off, knowing they'll be back. Know how many times Kid nearly fell off the barge back there? A good couple of times.
I actually fell off once.
Now, listen close.
Oh,
You should remember
Whoops.
this next part.
I meant to explore the bit down there. I didn't realise that... Never mind.
Why go to Prosper Bluff?
Whoops. That's annoying.
Used to take an enterprising man for a plain old fool to venture out that far.
Oh, it's on my side. That is a surprise. So could I beat the big windbag?
The city was the most beautiful
Some of them will
place
act
in the
as
world.
allies.
We all knew that. But on the other hand, some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't. And
Okay.
that's why you go to Prosper Bluff, ain't it?
So the purple plants make it real trippy. Can't go that way. Almost got enough for the upgrade for the
There the
musket.
kid hears something he ain't heard in a long while.
Zia.
How's it go again?
Oh, easily one of the best songs in gaming.
Yeah, that's the one.
I say that a lot, but about songs in games, but pretty much everything is the best song in gaming. No! Stop it, you mean bird. I will try not to sing along because that is not anything anyone ever wants to hear. I caught myself in the explosion after carefully shooting it. Okay, gotta find the switch for that. There it is. So essentially, there's very little story in the game. The kid, whitehead guy on screen, wakes up in the ruins of Caelondia as the world falls apart. And makes his way to the Bastion, which is the in-game, like the hub area. I'm just gonna wait. The whole thing's narrated by a guy called Rooks, who has such a nice voice. I'm just going from place to place, finding cores to rebuild the Bastion, like cores of different parts of the city, of Caelondia, sorry, to rebuild the Bastion. I guess they'll take that. The little kind of blue diamondy things are fragments of the old world that function as currency. That's a bit glitchy. And everything wants to kill you, pretty much. There we go. That's really it. There's not really much of a story to it. I found Zulf so far. He's an aura. They're the kind of like, I guess, Caelondia's enemies. And Rooks, who's the narrator, he kind of is a bit self-aware. Like, the whole thing is as if he's telling the story of the kid as we're playing it. So it comes across as the game is self-aware, but I think it's more just like retroactive narration. There's a lot of holes, because as you've noticed, the city is floating. Or as you may have noticed. Man, am I glad I bought that upgrade.
Well, no point explaining what happens next, right?
No, when we get back to the Bastion, I'll show you Rooks. He's got a bitchin'
Suffice
tash.
it to say, kid ain't coming home empty-handed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did it. Cool. A worn book handwritten in traditional Aura script. Amid the scrawled notes, the book contains various indecipherable scientific diagrams, drawings, and mathematical formulae. So, this will be the portal home, the Skybridge home, when I find it. Find the switch to activate it.
And besides, it's like the song goes.
There she is. There's waifu. Oh, I can still move. I thought it was a cutscene. It's not. Yeah, I remember fountains were a thing and I could use them to get up health tonics.
They'll be here before too long. We darn near celebrated when the kid got back, didn't we?
There's Rooks with the mustache.
Zulf never thought he'd see a fellow Ura again. We become fast friends. Calamity has that effect on people.
Calamity being the world disappearing.
But there was more to be done. There was one last core to find.
Rooks mentioned the Calamity during the reflection sequence. Talked to Zir about the ancient spices from the melting pot. Eating this stuff was like a rite of passage in the city. Did the Aura like it?
Most of the Ura never got a taste of Caelondia's fine goods. Unless they were born and raised in the city like Zia here.
Not much to see out there beyond the Bastion, but maybe you'll find something.
Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see. But leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view.
Did the marshals ever give you any trouble? You seem worried whenever you see this badge.
Girl tried to run away from home one time. But the marshals stopped that, didn't they?
Well, that's not very nice. And traditional aura script was outlawed in the city. Is this your handwriting?
So many secrets in there, and she can't even read it. Her father's own journal.
So, voice acting. There is Rooks and 2 songs with words. One sung by Zia, one sung by Zulf. What do you make of these diagrams and drawings? Drawings and diagrams. Isn't this written in your native language?
A scientific journal written in Zulf's native tongue. He learned so much from it. Too much.
Can you read any of this? Do these charts and formulae mean anything to you?
If only I'd known half the secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book. I'd have worked to translate it right away.
There you go. So this is the Bastion. You can
Can't
still
be too careful these days.
You can still walk off of the edge. Is there anything new to buy? Ooh, actually, before I buy anything, let's get the upgrade for the shotgun / musket. Reduced penalty to long range damage with custom stock or faster reload.
To master the musket, you gotta get rid of the recoil.
And then that other upgrade probably combines with the
The Gravers, the arm of justice. They seemed unstoppable.
combines with the extra damage and spread for the proving ground.
Kid's surprised when I tell him there's only 1 core left. I shouldn't have believed it either.
Let's just... I don't know if either of those are worth buying. I'm happy for now.
The Bastion ain't gonna build itself. Well, not entirely.
Game be like, build, biatch. And then
Behold, the Pantheon.
this is where you can set your modifiers in the game. Foes shall have vengeance in the throes of defeat, which I assume means they explode. No bound the chase and made safe herself. Her shackles are her own design. And Pith. Enemies just move quicker. The wakeful bull, patient yet temperamental, adorns the city walls with his likeness. So clearly there's 1 core left, yes, but there's 8 more idols to find. Finding all the cores is only about half the game, I believe. I think you can keep playing after the story, but I'm not entirely certain.
We tracked the final core beyond the city to the wilds.
And then these are all like training areas with the different weapons. I'm also missing about 3 weapons, so obviously not the end of the game. The wild outskirts. An expeditionary team aimed to use it to tame these lands, but went missing.
That's the edge of the wilds, where Jawson and his boys disappeared. The wild unknown. Place can eat a man alive.
Clearly,
Place
the idea
is
is
so raw, even the Calamity couldn't cook it. Not all of it.
clearly you're supposed to change up your weapons to. Oh, hang on. Hell yeah, pistols.
Know what's better than having a slinger pistol in a fight? Having 2.
And once again, I only have ranged weapons.
Savage things lurking at every turn. Pin cushions ain't the worst of it either.
Let's just take this calm and patient. Grab that to go back to full health. There's the core.
Pecker's got the core, like they're building a bastion of their own. The welcoming committee scrambles to attention. Didn't expect the kid so soon.
Really?
Kid learns the hard way not to touch those things. They shouldn't have let their guard down.
Anyway. Grab that. Now I've got to make my way up to the Bastion.
Getting out's gonna be another. He digs his way out of the clearing, but the wilds won't let him go without a fight.
Yeah, that's the way I came.
Wallflowers survived the Calamity. It toughened him up. Same goes for the kid. Best take it real slow when pincushions are afoot.
Yep. I got that. Just gonna wait. And shotgun. Or musket, I guess. And then when I can't musket because of range. I guess it's sort of hitting occasionally.
Kid's faster than a slinger with those guns.
Something greasy, I assume, is an upgrade for the pistol. Yeah.
Don't ever turn your back on a pincushion.
I'm trying not to.
Kid's roused up half the wilds by now.
I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going either. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Oh, I forgot some fragments.
A handful of windbag shipments made it out this far. Kid's seen the last of them.
There we go. Grab that. May as well heal and use this. I'm sorry, can I? Thank you.
Good thing pincushions can't see where they're shooting.
Can I?
Slinger Jawson's old outpost is all that's left of him.
I'll probably swap over for the dueling pistols after I upgrade them a
Kid
little bit.
sticks to his old standbys.
Don't judge me, game. Don't judge me. Okay? Actually, you know what? No, let's... let's go with the repeater. I'm safe here. It's all good. Automatic crossbow kind of situation.
Then Kid gets the feeling he's being watched. Not by me, by a lunkhead. And lunkheads ain't fond of two-legged animals.
Okay, so...
Hit him anyway,
Yep.
but the hindquarters, and you only make him mad.
I'm sorry, I disagree, game. Can you get out of the rock, please, sir?
Wild green vine apples, about the only good thing out here.
Health, I see.
Hardly any signs of the old Jawson camp.
And... don't need any health or anything like that, so I'm good.
Sees a smooth black stone coughed up by the Calamity. Be seeing plenty more.
Okay. I don't need that health potion. Oh, they... Of course, they
He's anxious to
spit
get
things
back.
at you. Right, I go grab the health potion as well.
The Wild's already reclaimed this place.
Upgrade material though, which is good.
After all, he's got the final core. His journey's over, right?
Nope.
Well, no. It ain't.
Not
by
by
a
a
long
long
shot.
shot. Let's see what the upgrades to the pistols are like.
Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The Calamity failed, he says. But I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone.
So you rescue Zulf. He hangs around for a little bit. And then, it goes a bit domestic terroristy. Ask about the ultification with Zulf. Sorry, terroristy. What? Are you hurt? What happened back there?
Zolf cursed the city, cursed the Bastion, cursed me. Said he was going home. Sometimes a single look says it all.
Are you alright? What exactly did Zulf do?
When Zolf got through reading that journal, he just snapped. Started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him.
Curse him. No one saw that coming. Anyway. Oh, I don't have whatever that's for. Extra ammo capacity for oversized firing cylinders, minimizing time spent reloading, maximize time spent shooting, or accuracy.
Takes a lot of moving pieces to make a dependable sidearm.
What are the defeat a hardy foe with the last bolt in the clip. Well, I don't yet have the thing for the scrap musket, so I guess we'll... No, you know what, we'll stick with it as it is. What upgrades have I got on the... Yeah, I'll go with the faster reload. Yeah, I don't have the upgrade material. Okay, so I guess... But I can't, it's broken.
Zolf banged up the monument pretty bad.
Never mind. I have to, I guess.
But there's a way to put her back together. The shards. We're gonna need all of them to nurse the Bastion back to health. The city brought the shards to the Wilds. Now the kid's gonna bring them back.
Yep. Apparently so. Jawson Bog. It rests somewhere in this fetid, overgrown marsh known for driving men mad.
The less said about Jawson Bog, the better. That place will eat your mind.
Nice. Nice.
After Zolf's little episode, kid sets off in search of shards. First stop, Jawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back.
But I've got to go, so...
Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do? Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the Bastion bad.
Anything over here? Nope. I guess not.
But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine.
Yeah, but real talk. Are there more cores? Because that would be the easiest solution.
Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wild.
Should have gone the other way.
This place is intoxicating.
Should have explored the other way first. Whoops. Roll credits. Kid's dead. He's died of a drug overdose in the wild.
Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good, for all I know.
Back at Prosper Bluff, apparently. And Zia's son.
Wherever he is. It's somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go.
Oh yes, you have to hit them in the eyes. Siren.
The dead welcome him with open arms. Kid pops him good.
Heck yeah, he does. Right, I need to explore to get...
That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella.
What does it mean by hardy foes? I assume it means a boss. Which obviously none of these are. Yeah, the crits aren't helping anymore.
What do you say to a kid who's seen too much?
Surrender, apparently.
I'm Zolf of Liura. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
That was
now
real
the kid
green.
see something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wallflowers,
It's the Bastion.
pincushions, vine apples, swamp weeds, ankle gators.
Thank you. Hang on. Oh, now they're not friendly. Bad touch. Oh, I did it. Excellent. I can swap back to the musket or the bow. There we go. Let's do that real quick. But it's not actually the Bastion, so it's all good. Because don't forget, high as a kite in the clearing.
Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
To the saloon, apparently. That's hardly
It
the
sets
welcome,
foot inside one of Ceylondia's famous watering holes.
which was from an earlier level, again. Oops.
He has the nerve to flash the shield he stole. He's a petty thief. The security's
Get
just
up the...
to straighten him out.
So the sound effect and the orange flash happen when I get a crit. Hell yeah. Oh, I completely blanked on that flamethrower. You can have that back. I don't want it. Take it back. I don't want your presents. That turret wasn't even firing anything anyway.
Kid succeeds where the Calamity failed. Would you look at what he did to poor old Ronnie, the bartender?
Game's making me feel guilty.
It's supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one.
That's where the game
Now
started.
here's a kid whose whole world's all right, snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Pith, the bull.
It's a plushie.
The gods, they're all undone. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend.
Oh, that's me I'm fighting, by the way, in case you hadn't noticed.
His friend, he's come undone too.
Fighting myself. So this is just the first level, obviously with a slightly altered narration.
He sees what's left undone.
Oh, sorry, there's 3 songs apparently. Oh, I'm mining. Doing a good day's work.
Thought we'd lost him, but he finally comes to.
Right next to the crystal. Nice. Oh, the shard.
The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole.
So this is the way I wanted to explore. Oh, there was nothing there. Oh, that's typical. Yo, where are the other weapons?
Bootlickers dig their nasty thorns into his heels.
The enemies are a bit annoying. I'll be honest.
Ever heard of a lung blossom?
I have now, Rooks. I
It's
have now.
bigger than the stories say.
Sure is. Let's just get rid of these from over here.
The breath on that thing, like a scumbag sprung a leak.
Just trying to get rid of everything else. Alright. I see you there. I'm going to assume it's these a-holes that are trapping me in. Look where Squirt go.
They say one whiff of lung blossom can make you lose your mind.
Get rid of the pincushion, please. Thank you.
Well, a kid prunes it down to size somehow.
Somehow, indeed. Oh, if I get it.
Hard to get a sure footing in the bog.
You know, I honestly thought I'd be able to just drop down. It seemed like that was a place I could drop down, but I guess not.
Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it.
Because it was trippy. There we go. Want a serious challenge? Try invoking more idols. I don't want a serious challenge. I'm having a nice...
shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers.
Casual playthrough.
That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business.
Hell yeah.
A single shard can breathe new life into this place. The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places.
So that's just extra skill. Extra spirits. Extra upgrade tiers. Individuals and... Let us go with the private reserve.
Just the occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve.
Because I have the extra slot now, so 10% crit chance only when at full health. Controller disconnected because I moved it in the wrong place. That's a magnet for the fragments. +1 life. Reduce damage from falling. Yeah, I'm not really... Oh, I should read these. Huh. Pungent concoction that calms senses and steadies nerves, favoured by breakers and other fighting forces. Fetching fizz. Started as a barroom prank, but evolved to become popular with miners and scrap workers. Metallic aftertaste. Hearty punch. +1 chance to carry on if defeated. Damage surrounding foes if defeated. Aromatic beverage served piping hot. According to folk tales, it can almost wake the dead. Falling malt. Reduced damage from falling. 200% damage from falling on foes. Very dry with flavours of pepper and gravel. First crafted by mountaineers claiming it helped them keep ashore afoot. Cinder Brick Stout. Extra speed while defending. Spicy nutty flavours in the dry aftertaste, very heavy and filling. Black Rye, +2 black tonic capacity. Has the fullness and texture of hearty stew, said to improve short-term memory. Life Wine, survive an attack that would have brought defeat. Creamy nutty flavours said to bring about courage and confidence. Favourite drink of slingers and other risk-taking sorts. Squirt Cider is already active, that's +10 max health. Fermented squirt extract with a nose of stale bread and ocean water. Very nutritious. Bastion Bourbon. Health tonics fully restore health, +2 health tonic capacity. Soothing hot herbal brew with restorative properties, hints of citrus and berry. The Ware Whiskey, 100% crit chance when you are at 30% health or below. So it's my fallback if I do run out of health or don't notice I'm low on health. Scentless yet very brisk beverage of boiled rattletail whisker used to revive patients in triage centres. I guess I go with the black tonic capacity and...
Black rye is like hot pineapple chowder on a cold day. Brings back memories.
Use my squirt. You can pet the squirt in case you're wondering.
Come on, give the little tyke a break.
Or not. Can I buy anything new here? Duel Decider. A swift, devastating shot aimed straight for the foe's most vulnerable parts. Practice of dueling soon ceased after the slings unveiled district. So I guess it's just one massive shot. Well, might as well grab these. Extra damage from secret skills. 100% damage and counter blocking. Stab Santh. Actually, Stab Santh would not be bad. Foes get extra health from Jevel. Half the Tower Keeper's face is that of a youth in his prime, the other an old man. Hence, goddess of pain and pleasure, foes strike with greater ferocity. They say the veiled widow is smiling beneath her robes, her body all scratches and scars. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not too bothered about the black tonics right now, so... let's replace that with the Stabsanth. Waxy, thirst-quenching drink, refined from ground stabweed needles. Spitting up the needles is considered rude but effective. And now I've spent all my money, of course, I can do upgrades. And I can't afford them. Extra damage with the hammer or extra crit chance. Yeah, I can't afford them. But focus attack or a knockback. Oh, draw speed. That's... yeah. Extra draw speed or extra target extra penetration. And then with the repeater, improved firing rate, but a spread or extra damage. But I can't afford the upgrades, so... do I want to change weapon loadout? What am I at? Oh yeah, I did the
trappers. Daring bunch of fools. They'll be missed.
I'm afraid of the wild. They risk their lives to bring great wealth to the city. I'll go and change for another ranged weapon, I think. We'll go back to the musket, because I still have a memorial for that to do. Until I get the enough fragments to upgrade the bow's draw speed.
Use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan.
Why are these... I guess I haven't been to them. Anyway, folktales say this is where the legendary ankle-gator queen resides.
Rothless Lagoon. Even the brushers stopped going there. Didn't like being eaten.
Can't say I'd like being eaten either, to be fair.
Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothless Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here. All kinds of beasts what don't know up from down, still lurking about.
I hate the bad guy, the top enemies in this so much.
These beasts, they don't like company.
They're so annoying. Okay, well that was that.
Only the city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon. They moved quick and quiet. And they struck hard.
Let's just wait it out. And then go to town. Man, the crit chance makes short work of a lot of things.
Even the brushers learned to fear this place.
I missed that timing. Or I could just do that. I guess you can't
They used to think that ankle gators were extinct.
Nope.
Well, they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne. Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things.
And I'm gonna have to fight and kill Queen Anne.
The lagoon's got plenty of other dangers, of course.
Of course. Why wouldn't it? It's never just the one. Just open. Just... there we go.
Know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? A stinkweed.
That has a nice wholesome name.
Ain't time for pecker hunting, but the kid can't resist.
Pecker hunting.
Can't fight Queen Anne without the proper tools.
Oh, it's the spear.
Bad idea to walk in gator grass. The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same.
That's a weird animation.
Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit.
Okay.
Can't get hasty in a place like
Nope.
this.
Roll off the edge. Sure can't. Please just open. Please just open. Thank you.
Kid's got a mean throwing arm.
Oh no, they fire all the time.
Those pin cushions been living off the ankle gator's scraps. Queen Anne can't fit down some of these narrow paths.
Just grab those to save time. Right, that one's down. Is this that one?
Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch.
Yep, I just need to take care of the plants spitting at me first. And then we'll deal with the ankle gator. I can move up. Get rid of that one, and get rid of that one.
He holds his ground. Seems the Queen's running out of options.
Aha.
Still no sign of the shard.
Actually, let's... Oh. Equip the pike. Nope. Equip the pike and the musket. Poke. Oh. I have to wait for the pike to come back.
The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it. Those leaping lunkheads don't like Queen Anne any better than the kid.
Yeah, you fall in that hole. Anything up here? Oh, I see you over there. See if I can do it by eye. I wanted the experience, otherwise I wouldn't have gone there. But experience is useful for leveling up, I hear. What's over here?
Queenie must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding. Seems even stinkweeds know to stay away from the Queen.
Wait for all that to dissipate. So I'm going to grab all of the goodies. I think that's the pike. Yeah, pike upgrade. A strip of knife bark aged to perfection. Sorry, something pointy. Feared and respected by blacksmiths and woodcutters. Boy, howdy, does this not look fun. Oh, that's not the grass game.
Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around.
Ankle gator egg. It is very large and heavy and its occupant sounds to be alive. Ankle gators were thought to be extinct because their eggs took decades to hatch and were easy prey. The Calamity must have unearthed this one. Grab that. Poke that.
Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair?
No, I don't.
Use a kid as bait.
Thanks, Rooks. Alright, I'll leave the health potion there. The health tonic there, because I don't...
Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go. The shard's sitting in plain view. They say if you run across an ankle gator, you better keep running.
Oh, I keep rolling off the edge. That's what's happening. Thank you. Okay, can I please... Where's the... Thank you.
He's got it. And now to finish her off.
I guess it's just time your dodges correctly.
She's starting to get annoyed.
Just take care of these. And then...
And now he's made her mad.
Hell yeah.
Peace, Queen Anne. That was for the brushers.
I'll take it. This is back to the Bastion anyway, so...
Kid's done what needed to be done.
Heck yeah, I did.
Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel.
Got a nice little letterbox as well. Nothing in it, but there we go. Asks here about the massive egg from Rothos Lagoon. Do you think an ankle gator could be tamed?
That gator's a crazy gal, but so is the gal who promised to look after her.
Now Zia has a pet ankle gator, apparently. So that's cute.
They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't.
Certainly.
All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it.
I'm gonna upgrade the forge.
Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city.
15% crit chance, a sturdy length of Zulwood that provides superior striking capability. A light pliable length of Zulwood, perfect match for throwing. I'm going with the crit
To fix a
chance.
brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark.
What will I work? I'll work on the bow, I think, next. So we'll go with...
His bow's
Draw
looking
speed.
lean and mean like a prize fighter.
Yeah, I can't afford the second upgrade for the hammer. What's the thing with the bow? 3 foes with a single well-timed power shot. Single well-timed power shot, even.
Kid don't always care for fancy guns and things. A bow and pike will do just fine.
Right, so we'll do
The
one
next
more.
shard should be farther out there in the wilds.
Point Lemaine. It's somewhere else inside the city's largest outpost in the wild unknown.
Point Lemaine's grand rail once brought the riches of the wild right to our doorstep.
There we go, that's what Point Lemaine did. We'll do one more level and then wrap up, I think.
Know how Caelandia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine.
Why didn't I swap? Oh, I didn't swap back to the machete.
If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here.
Oh, that's a hell of a range. Okay.
But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
I guess it
Kid
really
might
wants
as
you
well
to use
pick up where they left off.
X
Blam,
as
just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check.
Yeah, it really wants you to use X as the ranged weapon, huh? I guess good to know.
Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done.
Guess I'll grab that.
Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
So it's an auto-scroller, basically.
Grand rails all grown over with things that Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
Yeah, well, if they couldn't, or if they wouldn't even. Okay, so I think you have to wait for the...
Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by.
Thing to fully charge.
Lunkhead settled in like
Ow.
the place.
Problem is, I've got no weapon that doesn't charge. Oh, I guess you can fire it without it. There we go. Thank you very much, sir. That's not a good angle for anything to be at.
Takes fancy footwork on the rail, what with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere.
Gonna assume that up is the way the game wants me to go, so... And then we'll go... That stab stance is doing work for me.
Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple.
There we go.
Of course, the Grand Rails seem much more fighting in bygone times.
Right, there we go. That's better.
Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Celandian War.
So that's why Zulf doesn't like the kid or Rooks.
It was right here that Zulf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up.
There you go. There was a big war between the two races. Oh, you're alive still, huh? Not for much longer.
Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad.
See, there are two sides to every story.
The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Ceylon lost many good men on the rail.
I pressed the heal button at just the wrong time. There we go. Grab the XP, I guess.
Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard.
Back onto the auto
It's still
scroller.
got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swamp weed central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath?
Okay, I can't target these plants, so
While choking on swamp weed?
I'm guessing
While Pecker's trying to prick you in the eye?
that they won't count towards the 3 things with
Well,
1
let me tell
charge.
you, it ain't fun.
Well, if they're not going to come after me, then I'll leave them be. Something fancy. Oh, for the carbine. The clockwork organizer, which is used for work and recreation. Let's just tank through that and heal.
But then, at last, it's the end of the line. You'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him.
Get rid of that. Heal.
Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you.
Please. Thank you. Is it another boss? Is it Zulf?
At first, he thinks it's Zulf. This is for you, says the man. Then wham.
Did he take the shard?
When the kid comes to, the man's long gone. But something else is there.
A letter addressed to Zia. It appears to be written by Zulf, who must have found another Ura survivor to deliver the message. Maybe Zulf taught Zia enough of their native language to be able to read this.
The only words kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note.
That's 3 things the kid took. That's 3 things. Magic
that
number
note
3.
cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it?
It's just the ankle gator makes me laugh. Oh, there she is. Ceramic stock pot. What did you do for food back when you were living on Prosper Bluff?
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get.
Can you read this? It's addressed to you.
The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the Calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf.
It's meant for Zia. Isn't this Zulf's handwriting?
Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him.
Good question, Rux. It's a good question.
It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place.
It was the memorial I was
The
going to
memorial
unlock
may be finished, but our part is far from over.
for the extra weapon things. So I can start working towards unlocking more items. Just spend 10,000, get 2,500. Oh, the ankle gate is following me, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. Do I have enough for... Nope. I have for the repeater, which I'm not really using, so I'll save the money. Ooh, okay, so bullets cause knockback, elite military modifications designed to improve stopping power, or tactical modifications designed to enhance handling mobility, so 30% speed while aiming with the carbine. And there's still at least 2 more weapons, maybe 3. Guess it's just telling me about the carbine. Oh, what was the memorial for the dueling pistol? "12 bullets into a single foe without missing." Oh, okay. Just that, huh?
Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking.
You know what? I'm going to leave that for next time. This seems a good place to end it. So we'll do that. So YouTube, this is the end of the video. Obviously, the game pauses because the controller disconnected. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch live, obviously, please do swing by twitch.tv/comradebubbles. See you.